All right. Please find a comfortable posture for some breath work. Checking in. Find a comfortable seat that allows your lungs to be open. Spine can be upright. And take this initial few moments. Breath work is sort of having a physiological effect, but it's also to become conscious of our embodiment. Many of us, yoga, if you think of it as a way to find balance, a way to find center, a way to find yourself. We want to sort of get out of our head, and one of the best ways to do that is just to feel the body. Interesting enough, there's balance beyond the body, a sense of oneness that you don't have to say feel the body. It's just this expansive feeling. But for many of us, if we've had a busy day or just a normal average day, thoughts are plentiful. So we take this initial moment, whether it's with the breath or just some mindful presence, feel the body, be in our sensations as they move slower than our thoughts. So keeping with that, let's take one hand on our chest, one hand on our belly, or you can do both on one. As you place one hand on the other, receive the breath, how it impacts your physical form. And now, with intention, breathe into where your hand is resting. So there's a sense of expansion on the inhale and contraction on the exhale. Doesn't have to be a lot, it can be very subtle. Just becoming aware of it. Two more deep breaths in and out through the nose if you can. So let your head kind of fall to one ear to one shoulder. Let's go to the other side. Back to the first side again. Maybe put your hands on a new spot or in a new way. Still receiving the breath into the back of the hands. Turn your head to the second side again. Good. Push down your left hand into your right knee. Get a little twist to your spine. Include your neck in that twist. Put your right hand to your left knee and give the same thing. Twist to your spine. Keep receiving the breath. Noticing its impact. Do a couple rolls. So you're going to roll back and sink back with the ribs. And you're going to roll forward with the ribs and chest. Do it 3 times. Roll back. Roll forward. Roll back while you breathe. Go forward, just warming up the spine. Using this light movement to help continue to draw awareness towards our body. Rolling forward. Good. Bring the knees up. Put the feet out in front just a little bit so the knees are bent. Bring the knees so they're parallel. The thighs are parallel. And the same thing, roll back. You can even hold underneath the knee. That's what I'm doing. Roll back and then gently kind of pull and bring the chest up. Do 3 more again. You can breathe with the movement or just let your breathing be natural. It's a different pace than the movement. Back and forth, rolling back, moving the ribs back and sort of shrugging the shoulders a little bit. Then the opposite, drawing the shoulders back, articulating the spine. Good. This time you're going to hold your core, get a little lower this time. Almost so your feet float off the ground. Just let that tone your core, breathe. And then inhale, reach up a little bit. Not too much. Exhale, sit back. Sit down low enough that you feel the core engage, maybe the heels hover. Good. Come back up, reach up. Legs can relax. Sit back. We're going to pulse a couple more times. Reach up. Just trying to activate and warm the belly muscles, the core. Sit back, sit low. Reach up. Last one, we're going to sit back. And instead of coming back up, you're going to come down into the mat. And the knees so the feet are flat on the floor. Push down with your arms and feet. Inhale, lift your hips up for bridge pose. Just stretch into the back of the neck. And lower down. We'll do a couple of rounds of these bridge pose. Push down, lift up. Just noticing and feeling with the awareness. Feel where it's active in your body. Lifting up. Exhale down. Let's lift up 3 more times. Lower down. Breathing. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. And lower. More. Last one. Good. Reach your arms up high in the air. Kind of float your legs up in the air like you're a dead bug. Just sort of rock side to side for a second. Get a little rock front to back. Just roll on the back slightly. Good. Pause with the arms and the legs in the air. And now start to move the arms and the legs away from each other until you start to feel some core activation. Pause and breathe there. And then lower the legs, lower the arms, rest a moment. Turn and look, turn your gaze to your left. Inhale back to center, turn your gaze to the right. Back to center, sort of center your legs and slowly lift up your left leg. Hold it in the air, breathe. A little more challenge, you're going to reach your fingers and your nose towards your left toes. You can lower the body and then just take the left leg all the way out to the right, like you're reaching that toe as far to the right as it'll go, really twisting the hips. Trying to keep the shoulders square. Moving up the body, use your core strength, lift the leg back up, and then lower down. Center your legs, inhale, lift up your right leg. And then keep it lifted, and you can do the core work again where you lift your gaze and your fingers up towards the leg. And then twist. You can lower the core down first. Gotta move into my space to make room for my posture. Inhale back up. Put the legs out. You're gonna bend your knees again so your feet are flat on the floor. You're gonna lift your forehead so you're staring at your kneecaps or the tops of your thighs. And then gently try and touch your fingers to the top of the thigh. Or maybe it's the base of the thigh, right where it meets the knee. And use your core a little more, like so that your fingertips can actually touch your knees. Breathe here. Hold it. And then relax. Stretch your arms out in a big old V shape, opening up the shoulder, opening up the chest. Take a deep breath, feel. And back to our other pose. Curl the gaze up, reach the fingertips towards the thigh, and then use your core a little more to get the fingertips to touch the knee. Breathe here. And then release down, stretch your arms out and about in a big old V. Good. Relax that, and now roll onto your left side and pull your left shoulder. So you're gonna, roll onto your left side and pull your right shoulder under you, like towards your spine. So when you roll back to neutral, it's kind of a little more open. And then roll onto your right side and pull your left shoulder underneath you. And then come back. You should feel like your chest is more open here as the shoulder blades have been drawn onto the spine. Breathe. Roll onto the left side again and squeeze the right side under. Roll onto the right side and squeeze the left side under. So you come back to neutral, your chest and your ribs are kind of bolstered in the sky. Breathe here. Long, slow breath. Notice, once again, you can put your hands somewhere on your torso. This time, place them wherever you feel the breath. It's not just about us impressing on our body so that we can feel it. But it's also about us learning to listen to our body. Feeling where the breath was already going, rather than trying to direct it. Right, you're gonna rock. Then you're gonna roll up to cross-legged. And from cross-legged, you're gonna roll forward. The hands and knees, tabletop posture. Push down through your hands. Push down through your knees and hang your spine like a hammock. This is cow-shaped pose. Strong arms, strong legs, and then a very relaxed core. Now push down through your hands and knees and lift your spine. This is a cat pose. This is a very active pose. Core is very engaged as it lifts in and up. Good. Go back down to cow. Hang the spine. Move if you'd like. And then round the spine. Cat. Pushing down. Active. Go back and forth about 3 to 5 times at your own pace. Now just be aware of the breath in each posture. Be aware of the sensation. Each posture. Staying present moment to moment. That it can change as you continue to embody your practice. Good. Sit back, send your hips towards your heels. You can rest on your forearms. Stretch through the low back. And breathe. The entire practice, trying to just be present with the body sensations and just watch it. Just be with it. That was enough. That was entertaining enough. Inhale, come forward. You're going to scoop the knees back and then bring your shoulders over your hands. The hips might dip a little bit. So it's like a cobra, but the hips haven't reached the ground just yet. So you're feeling the arm strength. Feeling the core to stabilize the spine. Breathing here like a half cobra. Keep holding. Good. Now drop the pelvis into the mat. Bend your elbows and lower down. Inhale, lift up your left leg and pull the left leg all the way to the right. The hip flexor stretch. And then come back to center. Inhale, lift up the right leg. Pull it all the way to the left. Hip flexor stretch. Kick the plants near your practice area. Just kidding. That's not part of the instructions. And come back. One more time, left leg up. Pull it back to the right. This time you're going to bend the knee and plant the foot on the ground and roll the knee up so the knee points towards the sky. If you want, you can take your left hand, push on that inner thigh, opening that front hip a little more. And come back. Inhale, right leg up, pull it back. And then bend the knee. Open the hip, you can push with the hand. And then roll back to center. Put the right hand straight out again, in front. And pull the left knee up, like you're a G.I. Joe climber. So you bring the left knee up, in line with the hip. Try to look over your right shoulder. Breathe here. What's the quality of our movement? Quality of our movement helps us become more embodied. The quality of movement that creates joy in the body. The more difficult we make it, the more we torture ourselves, the more we don't want to feel what's going on. Bring up the right knee, G.I. Joe climber. Try to look over the left shoulder. We make the movements too difficult, too intense. We want to disembody. We don't want to feel that. the yoga is that we want to feel the sensation, we want to be present for it. Make the sensation too strong, we disassociate. If we make the sensation too modest, too insignificant, it's hard to feel. It's hard to stay present. It's hard to cultivate the interest. And so part of yoga sometimes is to become more sensitive. Let's stretch back, downward facing dog. Part of yoga is to become more sensitive so we can actually appreciate more subtle movement. Demanding less of our body to be present in order to be present. You're going to spread your toes. Grip the mat with your big toe, and then spread your other toes away from it. As you stretch back through down dog, you provide a nice additional layer of sensation, the calf and the sole of the foot. Come back down to tabletop. Keep your toes tucked as you push your hips back. So you end up stretching the sole of your foot a little bit in this version of child's pose, and keeping the toes tucked. And stretch back to the sole of the foot. Good. Go ahead and grab your yoga blocks. If you don't have the yoga blocks, you're just going to practice another cobra. But with your yoga blocks, you're going to lower down. And you're going to position the blocks in a way that you can put them under your shoulders. It might take a few moments to kind of get them in a good position so they don't hurt. And you want to get them under your shoulders so that you can sink your chest and your face and almost have the shoulders be pushing back onto the spine. If you don't have blocks, you're just going to have to muscularly create that sensation. As you let your head go more into that shape, you're going to turn it to one side and be on your temple. Feel the body. Turn, put ourselves on the other temple. Excuse me. Just keep allowing the sensation to be felt. Alter the nervous system by staying present for what's being felt. Learning how to feel the body in space can be very soothing on the nervous system. When we feel thoughts, which is what most of us are doing all day long, we're having stories about how we feel about things, and that's creating feelings, judgments, would've and should'ves. But in yoga, we're just trying to feel the body as it is. If it's available, you're going to put the blocks on a slightly higher setting if that's available to you. You do the same thing. You hang your spine. Mine are kind of almost under my armpits as well. Hang your spine, hang your head. And breathe. Turn the head to one side, let it open the neck. And turn the head to the other. Few more deep breath, try to release and be with the sensation. It's sometimes very hard to be present for the sensation when the pose is passive. But in this passive version of the pose, there should be plenty of sensation by the design. We can cause ourselves to check out from the feeling in two ways. Not having enough sensation to keep us interested, or having too much sensation and needing to disassociate. Let's take a regular cobra now. Use your arm strength to push up. Breathe as you squeeze your shoulders to your spine and open the front body. And then exhale, downward facing dog again. Walk your feet towards the front of your yoga mat. Place your hands on the blocks. High setting, most likely. Some of you are going to want to be higher than your blocks. That would work too. And position your left foot in the center as you step. So it's like a triangle with your hands. And then step your right toe back. We're going to lift our right leg up. One to about parallel with the floor. And then touch the toe down. We're going to do that a couple times. Two, parallel with the floor, a little higher. Then touch the toe down. Three. We're going to try to feel what's working, what's engaging. Four. Five. Six. Good. Now lift your chest, lift your gaze, maybe out in front a little bit. Seven. So your back is a little more engaged, your upper back is engaged. Eight. We're going to hold on the eighth and try to lift our spine into a flat back position. So it's warrior three, but we're supporting ourselves with our hands. Breathe, stay with it. Good, now drop that back foot down and bend your front knee. As you drop the back foot down, try to plant the foot to get a calf stretch. Plant the foot on a little bit of an angle. Receive the calf stretch. And then inhale, come up, warrior one posture. Full warrior one today. Extend the arms up above your head. And breathe. Position your front knee over your heel. Make the back leg straight. And the foot slightly turned out. We're going to turn into a standing twisted lunge. So separate your arms. Your right foot should be back. So put your right hand out in front. So you're twisting the pose. All the while, keep the front knee bending. Good. Back to warrior one. And then put the hands back on the block and step forward. Move the right foot to the middle. Step the left toe back. Do 8 rounds. Try to engage the back about halfway through. 1, and touch down. 2, down. Breathe this pace, nice and slow. Feel the sensation. 4, 5. We're kind of creating flat back shape now with our upper body. 6, 7. We're going to hold on 8. So we're recreating warrior 3 shape, but using our arms for stability. Keep breathing. Stay with it. Trying to find that delicate balance between enough sensation and agency to feel active and feel present, but not disassociate. Make it so intense that we check out. Drop that back foot down. Turn the foot out a little bit as you plant the foot and stretch through the back of that calf. I think there's moments in our lives things just feel too intense sometimes, and so we check out. I think just if you're alive in the 21st century, that could be a very healthy tool. What we're doing is finding this time on our mat where we can control the variables enough, really be present, learn how to move into the moment with open eyes, maybe even open hearts. Inhale, come all the way up, warrior one pose. Front knees bent. Part of that work of keeping open eyes, open hearts, moment to moment. Of breathing, feeling, not letting our thoughts skew our perception or tell us a story, give us a whole new perception altogether. Be for what we're experiencing in this moment. Twist the warrior one. So you're going to put with your left leg back, you put your left hand forward. Turn the spine, stay with it. I'm going to keep that front knee bending. It can sometimes tend to straighten it as we twist. Good. Back to center. And then place the hands on the block and step forward. Widen your feet as wide as your yoga mat. And let's come up to flat back pose as you start to straighten the back legs as best you can. We don't want to bypass the stretch. We want it to kind of stay in the stretch of our back of our legs. As you lift the spine. Breathe here. Keep the weight balanced from the balls of the foot to the heel, from the inner to the outer. Two more deep breaths here. Be with the sensation. Point where we might not even notice our thoughts anymore. They might not even be there at all in the first place. The sensation is so present. The focus is so steady. Word for steadiness in yoga is stira. Like where you're steering. Be able to keep the reins steered down the path of yoga. Steady focus. Bend the knees, slide the right foot back. All the way to a nice wide stance this time, a little bit different. It's still going to be warrior one, so that heel can turn in slightly. And push down with your front leg, come up warrior one, but it's a little bit wider stance, longer stance. You can bend the front knee, arms overhead. Breathe. Try to bring the tailbone to point straight down into the earth. And then stretch out through your legs, especially out through that front knee, almost like you're shooting your front knee towards your pinky toe. Twist that lunge again, twist the warrior. You're going to spiral the right hand forward with the right leg back. Inhale back up. And then exhale, put the hands on the blocks. Step the back foot forward. Wide-legged. No, it's like as wide as your mat. Semi-wide. Flat back pose. Legs can be straight if that's available to you. Push down through your feet as you stretch your spine straight out, parallel with the floor. Breathe here. Push down with your hands to help stabilize the upper back. Be steady. Think about it. The mind is restless, by design, unsteady. It makes endless stories. But your your body is just sort of along for the ride. We're trying to steady that ride. With the body left alone, call that sleep, is very steady. Doesn't even move. Perhaps we can learn something from the body. Let's step the left foot back. Body's a very good listener. Body's very sensitive. Learn a different pace from the mind by listening to the body. Push down to the front leg. Inhale up as a wider and maybe longer warrior one. So you're on the edges of the mat. Breathe here. Point your tailbone straight down. Don't tuck it under. Don't stick it out. Just point the tailbone straight down and stretch through your legs. Developing this wide base, a steady base. When you observe that feeling of steadiness in the body, perhaps the mind starts to learn something about steadiness. Good. Stretch the left arm forward if the left leg is back. Try not to unbend the front knee as you take a twisted warrior one. Inhale the arms back up. Place them on the blocks. Step the leg forward into that semi-wide flat back pose again. Really this time extend, push down through the balls of the feet, the soles of the feet. Root through the legs. And this time you can even send the chin a little bit forward, opening up the front body a little bit more. Good. Now shift the weight mostly into your legs so you get on your fingertips. In your front fingertips. Shift the weight entirely into your legs. Keep that flat back pose and release the hands all together when the feet have all the body weight. And now push down, nice and steady. Push down to the earth. Inhale, come up. Let's stretch the arms to the sky. And turn palm to face up. Turn the palms to face up. That's a better way of saying that. Don't go too high. Don't tax the shoulder. Open your front body here. We're going to open up to the hands over to the right. Open up the hands to the left. Inhale back to center and release it down. Good. Step your feet towards the front of your mat. Inhale, put your arms out. We're just going to try and balance. Bring the left knee up as high as you can, and while maintaining balance. If as high as you can is the toe touching, that's as high as you can with maintaining the balance. If 2 inches, 6 inches, or maybe the thigh is parallel with the hip. Maintain balance. Breathe. One more challenging, start to extend the knee. And then bend, shift the hips back, warrior 3 for a moment, and then drop back, warrior 1 again. Push your tailbone down to the earth. Breathe. You need to shorten your stance a little bit, you can, because you're going to take 1 step and bring the knee all the way back to our in front position. So step and bring the knee all the way back up, wherever that is, and then lower it down. Okay, so we want to try to create the most balanced, steady movement we can. We have to be mindful and modest with how big of a balancing gesture we make. So shift the weight to the left leg. You might start on the toe. You want to focus on the balancing part today. So be honest with where your body's at so you don't lose balance. Breathe there. You want to extend, you could. Good. Now bend, shift the leg back, warrior 3. And then drop back, warrior 1. Point the tailbone straight down today so your spine feels long, like a pillar, like a pylon. I don't really know what a pylon is. It sounds nice. Tell me later. Is that those things, those electrical wires? Pylon? I don't know. Someone tell me afterwards. We'll go with pillar for now. You're going to take one big step with that back leg, nice and steady, back up to the balancing pose, and then down. That sequence again. Shift to the right foot, bring up the left, any amount that you can actually balance, and practice creating steadiness. See, the mind will guarantee choose a version that's not good for the body. It's almost default. I shouldn't say guaranteed, but it likes that. It likes to push the body. Let the body decide, this is what we can do. We can be steady here. Maybe extend. And then shift back, warrior 3. Drop back, warrior 1. Inhale and breathe here as you send the tailbone down. One big step forward until your standing leg is straight, and then release. Good. Letting the body teach the mind about steadiness. Left leg down, right leg up, any amount that cultivates steadiness. This feels like a crane pose, this pose right here. Taoist crane pose. And the cranes are great at flamingos. They're great at steadiness, aren't they? They have such tiny legs. Shift the leg back, warrior 3. Ooh, almost lost my own steadiness here. Think about flamingos. Drop back, warrior 1. Point the tailbone down. Anchor it like a pillar. One step up and release. Last round of this set, exactly the same thing. Cultivate steadiness. Routine and repetition is another way to cultivate steadiness. Right leg down, left leg up. Think about a crane. Remaining steady, yet sensitive, yet alert, yet aware in case an alligator is coming, creeping up on us. Bend the knee. In a yoga practice, the only alligator you have to worry about is you. Your inner saboteur. Trying too hard, usually, or not trying hard enough, and checking out, getting bored. Warrior 1. And step forward. Release. Last side of this set. Put the weight in the left leg. Bring up the right. Cultivate the crane. Still and motionless and steady, yet acutely alert in case of a passing fish or an alligator. Then warrior 3. Drop back, warrior 1. Breathe, inhale. Push the tailbone straight down. And then big step forward and release. Good. Take a wide-legged stance and turn your feet out about 45 degrees each. Bend, push the knees out over the heels, horse stance. And then inhale, come up. Bend the knees, horse stance. And then come up. Bend the knees, horse stance. And then come up. Good. Couple more rounds. Try to send the tailbone straight down, not tucking it under, not swinging it back. Send the tailbone straight down as you sink. And then keep it pointing down as you straighten your legs. Keep working. Bend. Extend. Bend. Extend. Good. Put the right hand on your hip. Take the left hand over your head-ish with the palm pointing away from you. Left hand over your head with the palm pointing away from you. Bend your knees and now send the palm, the top palm, over to the right. So you get an open side stretch on the left side of your body. Good. Come back up. Put the left hand on your hip. Put the right hand over the head-ish with the palm pointing away. Bend the knees. And then send the hand over to the left so you get a right side stretch. Inhale back up. Hands on your hips. Turn the feet to parallel. Inhale, lean back and look up. Squeeze the muscles onto your back. And breathe here, standing wide-legged back bend. Back up to neutral. Turn the right foot out, warrior two legs. Reach your arms up in a V or a field goal post shape. And then lean back. Pull your elbows back. Pull your shoulders back. And open the chest. Be steady. Good. Come back to neutral. Hands on your hips. Turn the left foot out. Bend the left knee. Inhale the arms into a V or a field goal post. And then pull back. Now your tail might go back just a little bit as you open your front body bright and full. And tone your back muscle. Breathe. And come back to neutral. Good. Turn the heels in, 45 degrees, bend, and then come back up. Take the left arm up and over to the right as you bend. Come back up. Take the right arm up, overhead, and then scoot it over to the left as you bend. Come back up. Position the feet back to parallel. Inhale, open and squeeze your back body muscles. Good. Back to center. Turn the right foot out. Warrior two. Open your arms into a V or a field goal. Pull back with your elbows and shoulders and look up. Breathe and be strong in the pose. Be steady in the pose. Let the word strength mean steady, mean able to weather uncertainty, able to weather change, able to weather other people being imbalanced. Let that be the definition of strength. Let it be steadiness. Good. Back to center. Turn your left foot out. This should just be your second side. Inhale up. Let your back and your spine become steady and strong. Your legs steady and strong. So that your front, your heart can be open. Your gaze can be upward and outward. Breathe. Back to center. Make the feet parallel. Wide-legged bow, forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Get a long hamstring stretch. Keep anchoring down through your feet. Breathe long, deep breaths here. Walk your hands to the front of your yoga mat and step back to plank pose. Hold your plank pose with a sense of steadiness. Breathe. Feel the body. Don't make this so difficult. You want to disassociate. You can put your knees down. Breathe. Good. Lower the knees down. Open the front of your spine, cow-shaped posture. Finding steadiness in side plank. Today you might kickstand your right foot out and shoot your left leg back. Really root down through your right hand. Make sure your right shoulder is on your spine and open your left shoulder above your right. And just stay here. Don't go past it. Just stay here. If you want, you can stack your legs or just keep that right knee down. Practice the integrity of steadiness in the asana. When the parts that are connected to the earth feel steady, you might shoot your top arm straight up to the sky and let it become another representation of steadiness. A pillar or a pylon, which we'll find out what that means later. I think a pylon is like similar to a pillar. Good. Come back to tabletop. Let's take a plank pose for a few breaths. Be steady. Good. Come down to your knees. Spin the left foot out. Shoot the right leg back. And bring your shoulder so you can root onto your back, so you can root down through your left hand. And then turn open, stacking your shoulders. Breathe here. You can extend both legs straight or keep the left knee down. I can feel my own body wanting to overextend on this side, trying to push out and puff out my chest. Try to find balance, steadiness through the parts of your body that are contacting the floor. Parts of your body that are contacting the floor. When they feel steady, you may sprout your right arm into another airborne aspect of steadiness. Strong breeze could come, a gust. It would not move this pillar pylon. Breathing. Good. One more time. Plank pose, about 5 deep breaths. Downward facing dog. Come down to kneeling pose, but sit up. Just put your hands on your hips and squeeze your shoulder blades into your spine. And just hold that. Feeling the back muscles grow strong. If you want, you can lift the chin here. Keep squeezing the back muscles into your spine. Some of us will, if by tucking our toes, will stabilize and steady our legs. You can decide. This can also be the pose. You just stay here. This is great. Others are going to start to now push the hips a little bit forward and anchor the tailbone down. And as you push the hips a little forward and anchor your tailbone down, it'll be natural to take the shoulders and the gaze back. Kneeling back then. Stay in a sense of steadiness and felt sensation. Breathe. Slowly come back to neutral. Shift your hips back. And you can put the hands down the mat. Maybe lower your forehead down to the mat as you slowly relax. One more time, walk the hands back up. Support your low back. Squeeze the shoulder muscles onto your spine. Squeeze all of your back muscles toward the spine. And then lift your gaze. And this might just be like almost like a very vertical pillar sort of gesture. Or you might start to think about creating an archway shape where you'll push the hips gently forward and down. Tailbone still points down. This will naturally take the shoulders and the gaze back. Breathe. So you can maintain a sense of steadiness and not brittleness. Big difference. Brittle is not strong. Brittle will crack under pressure. Steady remains steady. Let your asana, let your postures be steady. Slowly come back out of the pose. Shift your hips back. Let's rest a moment. And then let's come up to standing. For this pose, you're going to need a wall. You're going to start with your hands about the height of your head. And this is going to be a therapeutic for shoulder stuff. We're going to work on becoming as vertical and as upright in our spine, having our backs as strong and steady as feels good to our shoulders. And so with the fingertips, you're just going to start to spider tip your fingers up the wall. Now, if you have shoulder sensitivity, you might start to feel this at any point. That's where you should stop. As a matter of fact, you should go back down until you don't feel it, right? My elbows are currently not even higher than my shoulder. And with your fingers on the wall, we all can just gently lean our chest toward the wall and bring our shoulders onto the back. So everyone can benefit from this pose of just learning how to be upright and tone your shoulders onto your back. What happens is the shoulders sort of lift up and they sit on top of our ribs. We want our shoulders to be on our back, not on top. So on the back. So you walk the hands. Now, if you have the mobility in your shoulder, you're going to go even higher. And some of you might be able to get your arms perfectly straight. But the same thing, you'll walk closer to the wall so your belly touches the wall. And you'll still squeeze your shoulders onto your back. And just, again, practice being upright. You may have your toes only an inch or two from the wall. And just practice being upright. You could gaze straight at eye level or even slightly above eye level. And then we're going to come back down. Okay, so if you couldn't get your arms all the way up and your body to the wall, do the same thing. Just do the same thing. If you have any shoulder pain whatsoever, do the same thing. For those of us who weren't able to get our shoulders straight, you're going to spin and you're going to put your heels basically at the wall. Then you can touch your fingertips to the wall like this, so it's like a field goal post. And you'll slide your hands up the wall until your arms are straight again. So it's similar. We're still practicing basically the same thing. Everyone's doing the same thing. if you're facing the wall, I'll trust that you'll follow the instructions from last time. Facing away from the wall, move your shoulder blades down the wall. So the shoulder blades move down the back away from your head. And if you're still there, you might actually flex your wrist. So only your fingertips touch the wall, and you're gonna step about 3 inches away from the wall. So you're even more upright, and the back is more engaged. The back muscles, that's what we're working on, really steadying our back strength as we open. And your gaze is just above the horizon, just above eye level. And if this is stable, you might step another inch or two away from the wall, keeping the fingertips on the wall. Palms will point towards the ceiling. Breathe here. And then just pull the fingertips away and relax. You couldn't see in the camera when I was at the wall. First, I just slide my hand up the wall like this, but then eventually I wing so that only my fingertip is touching the wall with my arms straight. We're gonna do one more round. You can face the wall like we did the first round. You could face the center of your room like we did the second round. If you're facing the wall, you move closer to the wall as you go deeper in the pose. If you're facing away from the wall, you move away from the wall to go deeper in the pose. Please find your starting position. Move your arms up the wall to the amount that feels right to your body. Move your shoulders onto the back as opposed to on top of the back. And then start to build steadiness in your back strength. Moving the feet and building arm and back strength. Breathe in a sense of steadiness. Open the gaze just above eye level. We're not putting weight in the wall. We could take our hands away from the wall at any point. The steadiness is in our legs and our back. Try to keep that inner spaciousness, that inner steadiness, and come back to your mat with this new posture. New stature. Bring the arms by your sides. And just feel. Feel that inner strength. Breathe. Come down to kneeling. Try to keep, as you move, that inner strength and spaciousness. Sit in a comfortable kneeling posture for your body. Keep the inner spaciousness. Keep feeling. Right? Feel what it's like in your embodiment to have this greater sense of steadiness and strength in the legs, in your core, the pillar that is your spine. Feel it. Stay aware of it. Notice if the shoulders start to droop, round, and lift up on top again instead of down your back. Give yourself a gentle twist to your right without losing that steadiness. And a twist to your left without losing the steadiness. Back to center. Now you can soften the head and neck and shoulders, keeping that inner shape. Soften a little more so the back of the neck grows long. Billy, when you watch the recording, you're going to skip this one, okay, Billy? Now you're going to take the top of your head. We don't barely ever do this in our class. Take the top of your head and you put the top of your head on the mat. It's called rabbit pose. So it's like your body's in a big U shape. Top of the head, you put your hands down as well for balance. Put the top of your head on the mat. Put some downward pressure on your head. Breathe as you kind of roll around on the top of your head, very gently. Keeping that inner steadiness. Roll around. Breathe. Lots of sensation. Lots of body awareness. Putting pressure on the head. If you'd like, you could straighten the legs. Careful. The neck needs to be very steady and long to do this. If you know headstand, you already have it in your practice, you want to give it a little effort, a little attempt. Otherwise, you'll hang with me, you'll come back down to kneeling. Take another breath or two. Just feeling hands, crown, steady and strong. And the space of the neck, also steady and strong. Cross your ankles and slowly sit back. And slowly lie back. Bring the knees towards the chest. Bring the knees together and the ankles together. And make your shins parallel with the floor. Take the knees about 45 degrees to the right. And come back to center. Take the knees about 45 degrees to the left. Back to center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left, shoulders down. Inhale center. Knees and ankles stay together. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale all the way to the right until the thigh touches the ground. And hang in the twist a moment. Breathe. Inhale, center. Exhale all the way to the left. Breathe. Inhale, center. Place the soles of the feet together and drop the knees open. Breathe. Comes a point where we don't have to effort to be steady. That steadiness is just a natural part of our nature. No other things may be swirling around. It's just our disposition. It's just what we are. But if we find ourselves shooken today, we take our time on our mat, we can cultivate it in ourselves. Knees back up, separate the feet, let the knees fall towards each other. So it's like literally the opposite on your hip. When you're ready, slide your legs out long on the mat. Stretch your body. Take a comfortable seat on your mat. Thanks for practicing. Namaste.